No.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another special episode of MovieCast. I am your host, Dana Abercrombie, joined by the very famous, wonderful author, Mr. Gary Swaby. Hello, Gary.
Oh, hello there. Oh, I'm getting called an author now. Wow. Okay.
Yes, big time author. Author of two new books, by the way, which are what's the names?
Oh, Descendant of the Elders and Starfade. So
They,
they're both available on Amazon right now. So yeah,
yeah,
just look me up.
yeah, they're very, very good books. Very well written. I love this story, and it tells us a story about you explain it, sickle cell anemia and how it all wraps in, because it's just fascinating really quickly.
Oh yeah, so fundamentally it's like a sci-fi fantasy story. So if you like things like, Star Wars, Star Trek, Mass Effect, those were big inspirations. And Final Fantasy also. So yeah, it's like a sci-fi fantasy story. And the main character has sickle cell anemia, which is what I've been living with. So yeah, it shows how living with that can affect you as a space marine. Basically, I wanted to show how it affects your day to day, because a lot of people don't understand what it's like to live with it. So yeah, I just thought it would be interesting to have a character that has sickle cell anemia. But
There you go.
but yeah,
Fascinating.
we're
It's
not
very
here for that. So but
not
yeah,
here. But still, pick up your copy anyway. And we're also joined by the wonderfully talented, also smash cheater, Richard Bailey Jr. How you doing, Mr. Richard Bailey Jr.? Cheater,
Smash Cheetah. Wow.
smash cheater.
I'm doing very well. I unfortunately cannot take all the honor of that. That goes to Mr. Ricardo Negron. He is the master of cheating in Smash Brothers. Not I.
Well, we're here. We're gonna talk about the big details that dropped on Disney Plus streaming service, which is basically everything that you've ever loved about Disney coming to your streaming platform, starting on November 12th of this year. Very exciting news. They released recently. They had this huge presentation everyone was all excited for. And basically, this is everything that you wanted in a streaming service. I'm going to assume because it hasn't launched yet, but and more. So it's called Disney Plus because basically it's like Disney, but more. Get it? Get it? You will be able to binge watch all of your favorite Disney shows from the past, from the present, from what's now coming up soon later on. People are getting very excited for. So we are going to just simply break everything down so that you know what to plan come November 12th. You're not stuck in the dark saying, what in the world is this Disney Plus? This is assuming right now it's people are very excited. People are canceling their current subscriptions with Netflix, which recently just raised their prices. I know I canceled WWE Network. I'm saving up for this. It will be $6.99 a month,
Whoa.
or yep, or you get the deal of $69.99 a year, which is half of what Netflix charges for its standard plan. And anyone who, like me, who has Netflix, just got the email today stating that Netflix is raising their prices. So this is huge competition. It looks like, but by the end of the first year, Disney plans on having more than 7,500 TV episodes and over 500 movies available on their service, which is a lot. This is what is broken down from live action series to animated series and shorts to documentaries, unscripted series, and live specials to original films to recent releases to the library, like their catalog. They're also going to put it into their Vault collection, which is like, say, for example, they had The Little Mermaid, and you have up into a certain date to purchase The Little Mermaid, or it goes until their Vault, never to be seen until a much later date. a re-release. So you don't have to worry about that ever again, essentially. So far, I'm excited. We're going to just dive right in. And here's what some of what's going to be available in the live action series. We have High School Musical, the series, which is pretty self-explanatory. Those who grew up with High School Musical, I think it was all 3 movies back in the day with Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron when he was a little kid. They're making a series out of that. So I know Gary is very excited because he loves musicals. Very much so.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I do now.
Yeah. Also, now even though Star Wars will be ending, and they did release and say that they're going to take a break from the Star Wars movies after Episode 9, we are getting the Mandalorian. So the Mandalorian is like a TV series that basically it's about the Mandalorian. So anyone who's like a Star Wars fan, I know that you are, Richard, kind of like a Star Wars fan.
I would have to say not really too much, and I'm glad that they're taking a break after this next Star Wars movie because I think they have run this series into the ground.
Yeesh. Well, yeesh. It will be produced by Jon Favreau, who is doing the Lion King, the live action version. So it looks pretty good. It will take place in a time that's after Fall of the Empire and will follow a character who travels to the galaxy outside the reaches of the New Republic. So anyone who's like a Star Wars fan, there you go right there. Then
I'm like a casual Star Wars fan, but what I'm wondering is like for these shows, are they going to have like a huge budget all throughout the season? Like, and how long are these seasons going to be? Like, are they going to be like 12 episode seasons or something?
Well, for the Mandalorian, I know that the budget is pretty big. It seems like it's pretty big. The budget would be from what the one picture that they only like released one image, and it was kind of like the guy dressed in the Star Troopers, but kind of like the silver metal kind. But I'm going to assume that these are pretty big budget. And they're around, okay, so The Mandalorian has a budget of $100 million.
So. Whoa. Okay.
$100 in 10 episodes.
10 episodes, okay.
10 million per episode.
I guess that's good. Yeah, that sounds good.
Which is not, you get much smaller budgets when it comes to TV shows.
Yeah, so, is that a bigger budget than Game of Thrones?
I think it's around the same size. Oh no, it has 10 million per episode.
What Game of Thrones is or Mandalorian?
Game of Thrones has the same as Mandalorian. 10 million.
Okay, well, yeah, that sounds good then.
Yeah. We're also getting a TV show called Diary of a Female Princess. We're getting I'm anticipating it, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is basically them together doing things, Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're getting the Loki spinoff TV show, which is everyone who is a part of the series is coming back. So Loki will be played by Tom Hiddleston. We're getting something called the Cassian Andor series. We're getting, I hate this title, but Wanda and Vision are getting their own TV show as well, again played by the original cast, and it's now called WandaVision, which I think is stupid. But
yeah, I don't like the name, but I am interested in that show though, because they're like 2 of my favorite Avenger characters. So I want to see like what direction they would go in with the show.
Yeah, it looks really promising. I'm kind of like more of the Loki fan, which, we already know that he kind of died. So I'm excited to see what it is. I just really hate that name, WandaVision. Yeah, it's terrible title. But moving on, we have animated series and shorts, which is Forky Ask a Question, which is the fork character, the plastic fork from Toy Story 4, who has anxiety disorder. He's basically asking questions like, how is cheese made? Where does a cloud come from? That kind of thing. Like, so it's based for like kids, which is really cute. We're getting the Spark. What is this? Is Spark Shorts? Spark Shorts is basically from like remember the lamp from Pixar? So it's basically a short. So whatever the lamp gets into. We also have Lamp Life. We have Monsters at Work, which is I'm kind of excited for. It's basically monsters from Monsters Inc. And what happens when they work in that factory. Remember when we saw back in the movies, they have to get a quota of scaring the kids. And then by the end of the movie, they was like, how much can we flip it around and see about collecting laughter instead? So that we're getting that, which that seems kind of interesting and promising. We're also getting Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which I know people are a huge fan of. This is all year one. Marvel's What If is a TV series. It's going to be animated that asks what if that important pinnacle part in the world that to a character that happens, like when, for example, when Bucky took the serum, not Bucky, sorry, when Captain America took the serum and became, the big Captain America, what we know now. Steve Rogers, when he took the serum, he became Captain America. What happens if instead Captain Marvel took the serum? So it's about changing the course of...
Wait, is this animated or?
This is animated. No, okay. This is Brie Larson running around as Captain America. No, it's animated.
Okay.
For documentaries and unscripted TV series and live specials, we have a lot of untitled stuff, but we're going to get Disney Imagineering, which is basically a behind the scenes of Disney and what they do. We're getting the Marvel's Hero Project. We're getting it's very interesting. It's called The World According to Jeff Goldblum. We're getting Be Our Chef, Cinema Relics, iconic movies, iconic arts of the movies. We're getting the making of Frozen 2, which I know a lot of people are fans of. We're getting the Magic of Animal Kingdom, something called Shop Class. So it's like all these different series that's original and unscripted. So there's a huge slew of them. Then when it comes to original films, we have Lady and the Tramp, which they released the picture of that just made me really depressed, which is basically, it's a live action version of Lady and the Tramp using real dogs. And it looks like one of those movies where they use the real dogs and just have animated lips. I don't know whether or not the lips are going to be animated, but it just does not seem very good.
They should just, like, all these live action movies they're doing, they should just launch them on this platform and not put them in the theaters at all. Because
no, these are going in the theater.
Yeah, they're going in the theater.
No, not these.
Oh, okay.
We're getting Noelle, which is about, I believe, Santa Claus' sister. We're getting another Phineas and Ferb movie. We're getting Stargirl movie. A movie called Timmy Failure. We're getting also something called Togo. Now, when it comes to the recent releases, they're trying to figure out right now when it will drop, but this is all within the first year. So don't know when the release date is exactly, but this is within the year one. We're getting Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel will be available launch day. That they said multiple times. So if you have not seen Captain Marvel, you can see it in November. We're getting Dumbo, the recent live action version. This is where it gets a little tricky, but we're getting Avengers Endgame. We're also getting Aladdin, the one great. Yep. So we're getting this. It's recent releases. I know Captain Marvel is definitely a day one release.
Wow, that's insane. But yeah, carry on.
Is launching within that year. So we're Dumbo, Avengers Endgame, Aladdin. Don't know the release date for Aladdin, which would be insane if it coincides with the theatrical release. Toy Story 4, The Lion King, the updated one, the live action. Well, it's not live action. It's still CGI. It's still animated, but the updated animated version. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which is the sequel to the one starring Angelina Jolie. Frozen 2. Star Wars Episode 9, or Rise of the Skywalker. It's a terrible title, but okay. Now, when it comes to their back catalog, day one releases are 101 Dalmatians, A Bug's Life, a Goofy movie, an extremely goofy movie, Bambi, Bao, Big Hero 6, Born in China, Cars, Fantasia, Finding Dory, Finding Nemo, Free Solo, Frozen, Fun and Fancy Free, Hercules, High School Musical, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Wait, so one quick question. So like the back catalog, are you telling me that like they're gonna roll out different like movies and stuff over time, or is it all gonna, like, is the entire catalog gonna be there day one?
This is day one.
Okay, so like everything is gonna be there day one, or are they like rolling out the classics gradually, like over the months?
This is what they stated. It was day one.
Okay, now, so day one, every classic Disney movie is there.
Not every classic, the ones that I'm announcing, not every classic.
Okay, so only the ones you're announcing are going to be there.
Right.
Okay.
Everyone.
Okay, because that's one criticism, because I feel like you should just have all the classics there, like from day one.
Well, yeah, but you also have to, I don't know how rights go. Remember, a lot of them share titles with other studios. I don't know how all of that goes, but this is what will be available on day one.
Okay, carry on.
Now, remember, their goal is to have over 7,500 titles and 500 movies. They're not going to release all 500 and 7,500 TV shows day one. So that's their rollout plan. It's a plan. Where was I? So Cars, Fantasia, Finding Dory, Finding Nemo, Free Solo, Frozen, Fun and Fancy Free, Hercules, High School Musical, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Inside Out, Iron Man, Lady and the Tramp, Lilo and Stitch, Mary Poppins, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, The Three Musketeers, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, Moana, Monsters Inc., Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, all the Pixar short collections, Volume 1, Ratatouille, Remember the Titans, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Star Wars Episode 1 through 8, also The Clone Wars, Steam Willie, Good Dinosaur, The Incredibles, The Little Mermaid, The Parent Trap, 1961, The Prince and the Pauper, 1990, The Princess Diary, The Rocketeer, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, The Short, Sword, the Sword and the Stone, The Three Calaberos, Thor: Dark World, Toy Story, Tron 1982, Up, WALL-E, Zootopia. For TV shows, it's going to be Amazing Planet, Andy Mack Season 1 through 3.
Whoa. Wait, so there's no Aladdin? Aladdin 1 or Aladdin 2?
Not right now.
Yeah, no? I'm not subscribing.
You get it's coming soon, guys. You guys want everything right away. No?
Those are my favorite old school Disney films, man.
The series better than the movie, which I know is blasphemous. And they really need to bring The Little Mermaid, the TV series, on. Mm-hmm. Right. You're like, I'm angry. Okay, so Boy Meets World, Brain Games, Dog Whisperer. Okay, Dog Whisperer with Cesar Millan. I didn't know that was Disney. Okay, Dr. K's Exotic Animals, Dr. Oakley, Yukon Vet, Drain the Ocean, DuckTales 1987, Then DuckTales 2016, only season 1. Earth Alive, Goof Troop, Great Migrations, Howie Mandel's Animals Doing Things, Kim Possible, Malcolm in the Middle, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy animated series, the Marvel's Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, Mickey and the Roadster Racers, seasons 1 and 2, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Mickey Mouse Shorts, One Strange Rock, Raven's Home, Rocky Mountains Animal Rescue, Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Clone Wars, the whole series, That's So Raven, The Incredible, Dr. Pole, The Simpsons, all of the Simpsons episodes from the very first season.
Wait, so when Disney bought Fox, did they get The Simpsons?
They got The Simpsons. They got all. It was exclusively on Disney Plus, so it will air on Fox during its regular time, and it will also stream on Disney Plus.
All right, cool. That's pretty cool that they got Simpsons on there though.
Oh, what is it? We're up to season 30 by now. So see.
Wait, so are they gonna have like all seasons of The Simpsons?
All seasons, starting from the very first episode when it looked like poop.
Wow, that's pretty crazy right there.
Like,
just the fact they got all of The Simpsons.
That was like the thing that was the turning corner for a lot of people, was they got all of The Simpsons. We also have Unlikely Animal Friends and Wicked Tuna. So it's a lot. And what they're trying to do is they're going to, not now, they have to work out a lot of things. They want to end up later on doing a package bundle deal with Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu. That's the goal. Later on, not year 1, but maybe like year 2. So
okay.
That's insane. It seems like.
Yeah, that is like. I mean, I was joking about the not subscribing because of Aladdin, but that is amazing. Like that's a lot of value right there for a lot of people. Like,
yep. And also you get Bambi, the Jungle Book. Oh, there is Aladdin. You have to wait a little bit for Aladdin, but you have Aladdin. So you also, remember, you're getting all of Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. So that right there is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I would subscribe for the Marvel alone, but you're getting Star Wars, Simpsons, all the classic Disneys. Like that's crazy. That's a lot of stuff. And now I fully understand why I've been seeing people saying they're canceling their Netflix. Like I can see it. Like I can see why. And this is only $6.99, right?
This is only $6.99. And by the way, the next day after they announced their lineup, the stock, not Disney, Netflix itself dropped by $8 billion.
Whoa.
But meanwhile, on the other side, Disney's exploded. Their stock is the highest they've ever seen in the history of Disney. So
I'm gonna have to buy myself some Disney stock ASAP.
Well, see, you should have bought the Disney stock the day before the announcement.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be paying extra. You're going to be paying a lot more.
Oh man.
And if you had any Netflix stock, I hope you dumped it. They lost $8 billion. So this is pretty, yeah. So the thing is that Disney, I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, Netflix, what are we going to do? I honestly think that Netflix will bounce back and will recover. The problem that we have is poor little Amazon and poor little Apple. Remember, Apple is creating a huge lineup of their own movies and TV shows. Remember, they have Oprah, and they're bringing Oprah's Book Club. They're doing J.J. Abrams has signed on to do a lot of projects. And they're trying to compete, and they're trying to get their foot in the door before Disney really takes off. Apple really hasn't released that much of their information, but then also we have the Warner Brothers streaming service that's going to happen as well, which we're going to get, I'm going to assume, all of the Harry Potter movies. Whatever's Warner Brothers, a lot of, I don't know how that fully works.
I'm just going to say it now. Like, Warner Brothers can't compete with this, man. Like you got Justice League and you got the Avengers over here. Like, come on now. And the Harry, like, I love Harry Potter, I love the books and everything, but the movies weren't all that. Like, there's a lot of bad acting in those movies. Let's just say that. So, like, yeah, the Warner Brothers, they're gonna struggle with theirs. Like, there's not a lot they can do to match this. And also Disney was very strategic with this rollout for this Disney Plus, like because they could have, it feels like they're being super petty. Like it feels like they want to destroy Netflix and all the competing services instead of just like having their service alongside the others. It's like they want to completely just like not give the customers an option. Like they like there's no way that that the average person is going to be like, okay, I'm going to subscribe to Hulu and Netflix and all these like services for over $10 a month, when you got the Disney one, which is $6.99, and you got access to all these TV shows, movies, cartoons, and it's crazy. Like like Disney literally has all the stuff that I want to watch right now, because the only thing I've been watching on Netflix is Marvel stuff. So it's like there's no point in me even having Netflix anymore.
And also remember with Netflix, the downside is that, at a certain time they have to pull that programming because of licenses. So there's many times when we see, I don't know, Polly Pocket, and it's no longer available that month. There was a huge upcry when they had to get rid of Moana. So that right there is a problem. But with Disney, they're not going to pull anything because it's theirs. So
yeah,
that's also another downside that you're looking at. So they're trying to go towards a lot of creative, original series. But I don't know if they can last. They have 139 million worldwide subscribers, so anything's possible.
I'm sure Netflix will, do some things to bounce back, but like I don't think they'll be gone completely. But because they still have some stuff in the works. But yeah, with Disney, it really makes sense now why they acquired so many IPs when they did that Fox deal. Like, because there was a lot of stuff in there, like a lot of other movies and stuff like that they acquired. So they can roll out all those other movies they acquired too. So it's gonna get ugly for Netflix. But what was you gonna say, Rich?
Well, I just was gonna ask. So, is Disney? Do y'all think that Disney will ever pull a lot of the movies and stuff that they already have on Netflix? Because
they're pulling. Remember we were not getting. Remember Captain Marvel always like, what am I saying? Remember how the Disney movies, especially all the Marvel ones, seem to stream right after they're released over in the theater. So we were supposed to, for example, get Captain Marvel, and we're not getting that anymore. So it's going directly towards the streaming service. So I think that they're going to start pulling. What, Ant-Man is like the last movie, that Ant-Man and the Wasp is the last movie that they have on Netflix that they added. That's going to be ending soon.
Yeah, see, that's what I was curious, because I was watching Infinity War right before we started recording this show. So I'm wondering, is Disney also going to say, well, all the stuff we currently have on Netflix, now we want all those that back, and we're taking it off of Netflix?
You can't, because why would you have something streaming on Netflix when you have your own streaming service?
Yeah, that would make sense.
So that is why Netflix has been buying all the writers. That's why Ryan Murphy is there. That's why we're getting Shonda Rhimes stuff. That's why they just did Kenya Barris. And Kenya Barris apparently is really angry at ABC. So he went flying to Netflix with no problem. So they're trying to find anybody's other, network's weakness and steal all their writers.
You know what? I feel like Netflix, with this move, Disney really has like all the major players in their pocket. But I think for Netflix, they might start to become the home of like indie filmmakers and indie creators, basically. Like I feel like that's what's gonna happen with Netflix. Like they're probably gonna have a lot of in-house shows and movies moving forward because Disney just completely priced them out of the market for the major stuff. So
Yeah, but yeah, that makes sense to me because already the subscription service is way cheaper than Netflix, and they're in trouble. So I don't know that, and I still feel like Amazon is not strong enough at all.
yeah, I mean,
That's,
I don't really hear a lot of people saying they use Amazon. I mean, I've used it for certain things because like in the UK, there's certain shows and movies that are exclusive to Amazon. So, I use it to watch those, but it's not a lot of stuff. And the only reason I have that Amazon Prime streaming service is because I I I buy Prime anyway, just because I order a lot of stuff from Amazon, and I like the option to have like free delivery and stuff. So that's the only reason, because it's included in that. So if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even have that service. So yeah, I don't think Amazon can compete with that at all.
no, no. I mean, I don't. I think I don't think they'll lose subscribers solely because it's tied into Prime, and people want their shipping
Yeah.
and they want their Whole Food discounts and their other discounts. So I in the terms of them losing subscribers, I just don't know just because of the whole Prime thing. But I don't see them picking up new subscribers. It just don't seem I don't
I
know.
mean,
Don't see that strong.
Amazon are getting the Lord of the Rings show, right? So I mean, that's something, I guess.
But let's be serious. How many people are going to sit and are embedded in the world of Lord of the Rings compared to The Simpsons?
Yeah.
I just don't really see, everyone screaming, "Yay, Sauron!" Now, it can work. It can, recreate and rebuild the franchise, and it can be like easy, like a Game of Thrones type of thing. But I don't know. And they have to make it really good because, part of the Lord of the Rings is really boring. So
Yeah.
we have to, but overall,
Yeah.
they seem like it's going to be hard to compete against.
Disney really is taking over the world, like bit by bit. I'm surprised like people haven't called them out for monopolizing, like at this point.
Well, no, they've been called out, but did they have enough money to not to care? I mean, yeah, here's the thing. Now there's a chart that they broke down everything with Netflix. Okay, so Netflix, their basic service that they have right now is the $8.99. Your standard is $12.99. Your premium, which I know no one gets, is $15.99. There's 139 million subscribers. Their main offer that people love is Stranger Things, The Crown, Dear White People, BoJack Horseman, Glow, which I know Richard is a huge fan of, as well as I am. With Hulu, there's $5.99. Remember, they dropped the price by $2, so thank you Hulu for that. $11.99 for the ad free. They have 25 million subscribers. They have The Handmaid's Tale, The Path, Castle Rock, which I really don't know a lot of people who are watching, but I know Handmaid's Tale is very huge. That I know people love. I tried to watch it and was too depressed and couldn't finish it. Now with Amazon Prime, they have over 100 million subscribers. Also because you get your free shipping and your Whole Foods. But theirs is only $8.99 for video. For the whole Prime thing is $9.92. They offer Marvelous Mrs. Mabel, which is very huge with people who like that. Sneaky Pete, Bosch, Goliath, The Man on High Castle, which I believe is ending soon. So yay. Disney Plus. Now this is what we're gonna have. This is what they're anticipating. The overall projection: $6.99. or you pay or it's $5.83 if you do the whole year with the $69.99. It breaks down to $5.83, which is insane. They are projecting 90 million subscribers by day one.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
That's what they're projecting.
I believe it.
Okay, so and they're gonna offer all of the Disney Vault movies, all Star Wars, all of Marvel, and all of the Simpsons, which like is the main thing. That was a huge deal. So the way how it breaks down, I just don't know. I think and people are angry about the whole monopolizing, but what exactly are you gonna do? There's nothing we do about it.
And imagine the things they can do. Like, I mean, I don't know what the interface of this service is going to look like, but they could create like playlists where, like, for stuff like Star Wars and the Marvel movies, they can have like a watching order. So like if you want to watch it in a certain order or something, like, because with Star Wars they have like the prequels, then the original series. Like maybe they could have like a playlist where you can watch it in order and stuff. Like, so they could do a lot of stuff like that.
That would be really good. I never thought of that, but that would be really incredible. And then also they announced the Love, Simon. Not sure if anyone's a huge fan, but they're taking a lot of the Disney or Fox 2000 movies and also turning them into series. So we're getting, like, for example, Love, Simon is now going to be a series that is going to be set inside the world of the Love, Simon universe, which I think I'm the only person who saw that movie.
I think so.
You're like, yeah. What is this weird American movie? Yes. But so far, yeah, this is exciting. So it's just a lot of waiting and seeing, but a lot of people are very excited for this. So any thoughts, any final thoughts?
Yeah, well, what are you thinking, Rich?
I think I saw that headline on that CNN article that said Disney is about to start a streaming war. I think that they are clearly the winners or the front runners right now in terms of this. Especially as far as the price is concerned and the original programming, sounds like they will offer a lot for a lot of people. So I definitely think it's going to be. Well, I would say it's going to be a slaughter, but I think they definitely will get a ton of subscribers when they launch in November, and I'm curious to see what competition will come as a result of this. What Netflix will try to do, what all these other platforms are going to try to do, but I think Disney is firmly in control of this market right
now. Yeah. Yep.
I completely agree.
I completely agree too. And also we're getting National Geographic shows as well. So
wait, do they own them?
Apparently so.
Wow.
But yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. And and we signed on. Remember, all the original stars have kind of signed on from the movies. You're gonna have Anthony Mackie. People want to see that. You're gonna have Sebastian Stan in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Tom Hiddleston. And you're gonna have Dima, who was in Star Wars Rogue One. He's getting his whole series too. You got Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, so everyone needs a job, and they're coming on this thing.
Now, question: yeah. Do they have a lot of like R-rated stuff on here, or is it like all clean cut shows and movies and stuff?
It's not exactly known for its R-rated content.
Okay, the reason I asked that is because I think the way for other services to thrive with this service is, the other services have to double down on the R-rated content. I think that's the only way they can compete. Like HBO, of course, they're known for that. But Netflix probably has to double down on doing that, like coming out with more adult material that people will enjoy. Because, yeah, like I think this Disney thing appeals to everyone, like children, adults, teens, like they cover every age range with this service. So I feel like these other services have to just kind of nicheify a little bit if they want to get subscribers. So.
I agree with that as well. I think I would just be shocked overall to see Disney doing some type of R-rated thing. I'm not saying that it won't happen, but right now, no. And also to backtrack really quickly to answer, in 2019, so before 2020, so within this year still when it drops, so it drops in November. So between the months of November and December, it is verified that we are getting Captain Marvel, Dumbo, Endgame, Aladdin, Toy Story 4, Lion King, Maleficent, Frozen 2, and Episode 9.
Wow.
So that could easily impact theater business, because I do not want to see Episode 9 in theater. But if it drops and I just have to wait a couple weeks to watch it on the service, that would be a yes. And I'm still paying my $6.99. There you go.
I certainly agree with that. There's a quick question that I want to ask based off of what Gary just asked. For the both of you, can you name 3 shows that either are on Netflix or coming to Netflix right now that you would say that is enough for me to keep my Netflix subscription?
You.
Oh, that's a good one. I wasn't even thinking of that. But yeah, I mean, You is one. Power for me, because in the UK, like Power comes on Netflix.
Oh.
So that's one for me personally. I know it's different for you guys. And man, what else? I mean, I was mainly just watching the Marvel stuff on there, but I know that The Witcher is coming, so I will need to see. I'll need to see what that's like.
Yeah.
So
I forgot about that as well.
I mean, I don't have high hopes for it, to be honest, but I mean, yeah. I think just the first 2 really, Power and You.
Yeah. I just see you.
Uh-oh.
Me?
That's sad, because only you, Gary. Only you.
I want to add one more, even though it is ending, and that is Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. That's another one.
But aside from the ones that y'all have mentioned, and that yeah, it's still, Disney just has way too much more that they can offer in entertainment. But we'll see what happens. What Netflix does.
But to give Netflix credit, they are getting Blumhouse movies. Blumhouse is dropping their movies to Netflix. They did it also for Hulu, but they're also doing it starting tomorrow for Netflix. And Blumhouse makes rather decent thrillers.
Oh yes.
At least they're fun.
That's very good news, actually. Yes, that's good. That's good news.
And in terms of your previous question about R-rated products on Disney, I think it would be a very good idea if they released, even if it's an animated version of Deadpool. That could work as an R-rated series.
That would be a good idea.
They can also turn that god-awful Dark Phoenix and put that there on a streaming service.
Yo, this is what they should do. They should make that not come to theater and just dump that on the service, and like don't even promote it. Just put it on the service.
Yeah.
Like let it die there.
Yeah, it needs to die. New Mutants as well, because remember, they're having a terrible time with New Mutants. That can easily go in the service. Remember, they've been trying to do the Channing Tatum Gambit for like the past 10 years that nobody wants to see.
Yeah.
There you go. Make that into a series. X-Force, make that into a series. That's R-rated. The Kitty Pryde solo film, make that into a movie. Make that R-rated. There you go. And maybe give Jubilee some respect and make a series out of that and make it good. R-rated.
I think we're in for a lot of great content in the future because, I mean, you know, this isn't just a service that's going to be around for a year or 2 years. Like, a lot of the stuff we're talking about is like the first year or two, but like going into the future, they are going to they're going to have to keep putting out more and more new content. So I really believe we will start to see Daredevil again and Luke Cage and, you know, all these other like, you know, smaller Marvel characters. Like, I think we're gonna see them all again, and that's what's, you know, intriguing about this. Like, because yeah, like they have so many rights now. Like, they got all the rights they need. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future.
They own Disney, ABC, ESPN, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, FX, Fox Searchlight, 20th Century Fox, National Geographic, something called Star, but not Stars, and Hulu. So, that could be interesting. Yeah, that's really a big monopoly. God, yeah. Good luck. But hopefully it all works out for the regular, for us, because then we'll just get more content. It's just a shame now that with all these different streaming services, they're kind of more expensive than your cable bill once you combine everything. But yay! So this will be fun. We'll see what happens. So, any last word, guys?
I'm excited. That's all.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how this pans out.
Yep, we will see. I'm excited as well, and hopefully they don't botch anything where like the whole system crashes on day one. So, good luck to everything, and we'll see. I feel bad for the other services. You have to step your game up, especially you, Amazon, and movie theaters. So that's it, everyone. Thank you very much for listening to us, and we'll be back again with some more content. Stay tuned to the site on the YouTube page and everything else. So thank you. I've been your host, Dana Abercrombie, joined by Gary Swaby and Mr. Richard Bailey Jr. So have a good day.
See ya.
Good day.